The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And you better stay tuned because I'm going to tell you about the Home Select loan in the Borrow Smart segment later today. 1.701 effective APR. 1.701 effective APR, 30-year loan. But let's go back and chat, can we? So the Treasury Department misses their number that they came out with in February, saying that we're going to have a $1.6 trillion deficit for this year. And they come out in June and say, no, we missed it. It's going to be $2 trillion. $400 billion mistake. A $400 billion mistake. We missed it just by a little bit. What's a $400 billion amongst friends? Now, what does that mean to you, though? That's the important part. Well, in order to cover any of these deficits, what does the Federal Reserve have to do? They have to sell bonds. What is the most popular of the bonds? It's the 10-year Treasury. What does the mortgage-backed security follow? Oh, yeah, it's the 10-year Treasury. Now, when they put that much supply into the market, $400 billion, guess what? The bond goes down. That means interest rates go up. There's the problem. But let's go. I'll tell you more about that in a minute because I did forget to tell you that OBMMI, they provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated from actual locked rates with consumers across 35% of all mortgage transactions. Now, they tell us the exact interest rate. They don't tell us points paid, points received. They don't tell us APR. They tell us the number to put in your mortgage calculator. If you don't have a mortgage calculator, ronismylender.com, ronismylender.com, great app, if I do say so myself. And it costs you absolutely nothing. What did the rates do on Friday? Let's see if I've got those in a manner I can see them. Of course we do, because Josh put them on the screen for me. They were down a little bit on Friday. Almost all of them were down on Friday. So we've got the 30-year conforming, 6.848. We've got the 30-year jumbo. That was 7.198. 30-year FHA, 6.68. The USDA loan, rural areas, generally no down payment. That one was up a little bit, 6.816. VA, that was down, 6.393. Love seeing the VA loan go down so much. What are the markets doing today? Let's take a look at that one as well. And we've got the S&P 500 up 14 points this morning. The 10-year Treasury that I was just talking about, well, that's up 2 basis points. And the mortgage-backed securities up 1 basis point. They're pretty flat. We're not going to see a whole lot of changes in those until we see what the PCE report looks like at the end of the week. That's what's going to drive this. But again, I caution you, when you hear all this garbage that's coming out of Washington, the BS report, which is almost every report that comes out of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, right? You can't trust any number that they say. They're all wrong. And they tell us they're wrong. We find out they're wrong when they give us their revisions or when the Census Bureau says, oh, you missed your employment numbers by 680,000. We lost jobs. We didn't gain jobs. But I digress. So Austin Goolsbee, not a voting member of the Federal Reserve this year. He votes next time. He's the Chicago Fed president. Says the policy is restrictive. That means you should probably reduce the rates a little bit, huh, Austin? They talk about the idea here that the quit rate, these are people that are quitting jobs. Why? Because somebody offered them a better job. Oh, wait, that went down from 2.6 to 2.2%. Job openings. That was at 12 million open jobs. Now it's at 8 million. Yeah, the president says this is doing good. Of course, he's at Camp David, doesn't realize that the world is still going on. Yeah, is he the one that left the G7 conference to go to a fundraiser and sent Kamala instead? I digress. Wage increases are slowing down. Everything in the economy is slowing down. Now, here's a statistic. And again, it's one that nobody will tell you. Let me know if you ever hear this statistic anywhere but on Ron Siegel Radio. Historically, every time going back to about the 1960s, when we go into a recession, they look at the numbers and they say, if we look at the lowest point of the unemployment during that time period that we have that recession, and if we're down, when we get to 0.5 higher, I'll use numbers, it's easier to understand. If unemployment gets in this cycle to a 3.4%, if we get to 3.9, add a half to it, if we get to 3.9, then historically we are either in a recession or we're within 3 months of a recession. Where are we now? So in this cycle, we got down to 3.4% unemployment. Now, if you believe the numbers, because they haven't all been revised yet, we're at 4%. That's 0.6 above. Now, the Federal Reserve doesn't tell us this. Powell won't say this, that we're in a recession. He doesn't want anybody to know that. I told you we went into it in October. That was even before we got the garbage stuff coming out of the Treasury Department. But just look at the numbers, do your own research. And I'm going to share with you something that I wholeheartedly believe now, and I'm going to share it. If you're getting your news and your information from any sort of a free source, you're getting exactly what you paid for. Go to ABC, NBC, CBS, MSNBC, Hee Haw, the Cannabis News Network, any of them. You're not getting legitimate news. You got to go to sources that you're paying for the news, because then they don't have to deal with corporate leadership. They don't have to deal with corporate sponsors. You're getting real information. Just throw that out there for you. That's the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to call 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990.